Hello guys, I welcome you to my channel, which is Aeronautical Engineering Concepts, Problems and Solutions. And we are covering the Vimanika Shastra, and which is the manuscript on aeronautics, a masterpiece, I believe, and also covering different sutras, covering different metallurgies, combining different proportions and mixtures of as far as the structure of aeronautics or the airplanes is concerned, or Vimana is concerned. So these are Vimana is concerned. So that is, they are providing a very good insight as far as the Sanskrit manuscript is concerned. So they are providing very good writing. So we have covered so far three chapters of this manuscript, and we want to just cover uh, with brief the remaining chapters 4, 5, and 6, and also some of the other machines or yutras that are normally discussed in the remaining parts of this manuscript. So at the end of this manuscript, so I'll just going to take some parts in total, some part in brief, so that obviously we have covered so far enough as far as the manuscript is concerned. If you want to have a link, you can directly ask in the comment section, else you can ask in any other form. That would be enough for you. For so that what is this all about? Chapter 4, which is Shaktiya Tikranam, the power basically. That is called the power. And Maharashi Bhadavaja, which is Shaktiya Sapta Sutra 1, the power sources are 7. And Bhadanandra Ritri, in this chapter, the motive power of the Vimana is explained. In the functioning of the Vimana, there are 7 distinct operating forces. They are named Andagama, Panjara, and Suryasaka, and Kashani, or that which extracts solar power, and Parashakti Yakshakshani, or that which extract opposite forces, a set of 12 Shaktis or forces, Kultani, and Mulakshati, or primary force, at set spots in the Vimana. The motors which produce these 7 powers should be installed duly wired and equipped with springs and wheels as prescribed. It is said in Yantra Sasavasa, the 7 kinds of powers which are required for the Vimana are produced by 7 motors, which are named Tundlila, Panjara, Amshuka, and Apakarsha, and Sandanika, and Darpanaka, and Shakti, and Prasavaka. Each of these produces its specific power. Thus, Tundaliya produces Undagama Shakti, and Panjara produces the Panjara Shakti, and Shaktipa produces the power which sucks solar power, and Apakashara produces the power which plucks the power of alien planes, and Sadhana Yantra produces the group of 12 forces, and Dharpan Dharpika produces Kuntani Shakti, and Shakti Parasava Yantra produces the main motive power. And the Shonaka Sutra also says there are 7 sources of power of the Vimana: fire, earth, air, sun, moon, water, and sky. The 7 kinds of powers are named Undagama, Panjara, solar heat absorber, alien force absorber, solar electric dozen, Kuntani, and primary force. And Sodami Kaka says Ma Rasa Vana constitute the 7 Vimanic forces. Ma is Undagama, La is Panjara, Ya is solar that absorb the heat absorber, Ra is the solar dozen, Sa is alien force absorber, Va is Kuntani, and Na is the primary force. Their actions are thus defined in Kriya Sara. The ascent of the Vimana is by Yudagama Shakti, its descent is by Panjara Shakti, solar heat absorbing is by Shaktiya Pakarashina, alien force restraining is by Parashakti Sanacher, and subterranean motion of the Vimana is by the Vidyut, Devashaka, Shakti, all these various activities are by the prime force of the Vimana. And Vidyut Vadashaka is thus explained in Saudamini Kala. The spectacular motions of the Vimana are of 12 kinds. Their motive forces are also 12. The motions and the forces are proceeding, shuddering, mounting, descending, circling, speeding, circumambulating, sidewise motion, sending anti-clockwise motion, remaining motionless, and performing miscellaneous motions. Maharashi Bhadavaja with Shaktiya Panchaniti in Narayana Sutra 2, and Narayana holds that the forces are 5 only and not 12, and Buddhanta Variti, 5 forces are generated by the yantra or dynamo called Sadyayata, and they produce all the spectacular motions of the Vimana, says Shakti Sarvasva. The motions of a Vimana are 5, Chalana and Garana and Panjaraparana and Vakrapasabarana, and spectacular maneuvering, Maharashi Bhadavaja and Chitrajitvi Sapatiya Na Sutra 3, and Subhatayana holds that Chitrini is the sole Shakti, and Buddhanata Vriti, which is the Subhatayana declares that the force called Chitrini Shakti is the one which enables the Vimanas to perform spectacular maneuvers, and Shakti Savasra says that both from experience and scientific knowledge, and Subhatayana propounds the views that 32 various kinds of motions of the Vimana are solely by the power of Chitrini Shakti, and Kriyasara also states that the Chitrini force of the 17th quality is solely responsible for the 32 types of aeronautical motions. Okay. Chapter 5 is also, which is Yantra the Karanama, Yantra's machinery, which is Maharashi Bhadavata, Atha Yupayantrani, Sutra 1, the mechanical and contrivances, which is Buddhananda Vedriti, having described the forces or energies required for the various functions of the Vimana, and now the mechanism necessary for these activities are described, and Kriya Sara says, as stated by the eminent Bharadvaja, is in Yantras Vasva. The mechanical equipments necessary for the Vimana are 32. They are Vishwarakya Rasa, or universal reflecting mirror, and Shaktiya Karshana Yantra, or force absorbing machine, and previous Hakriya Yantra, or halo producing machine, and Ango Pasaria Yantra, or machine for folding up or contracting its part, and Vistrukiya Yantra, or expanding Yantra, is which is Vairupya Darpana, or fantastic mirror, which is Balmachakra Mukha, and Kuntani Shakti Yantra, or Pushpani Shakti Yantra, and Pinjula mirror, Narpala Jaka, and Goha Garbhalagya Yantras, Tanos Yantras, or darkness spreading machine, Pancha Vatasha Shahana, Rudri Prashakundri, and Shakti Yudrima, and Vakra Parasarana, and Shakti Panjara Kilaka, and Shira Kilex, and Shadak Asana, and Pala Parasana Yantura, and this Hampa Yantra, and Padika Haraka Yantra, and Suryastaka Prakashana Yantra, or collector of solar energy. They are thus described in Yantra Sarvasva, chapter 7, by the illustrious Maharashi Bharadvaja. Next are Yantras. Okay, these are also known as the machines, different types of machines. Yantras, you can ask for these different types of machines, the mechanical equipments, and the mechanical machinery, because in my opinion, anyone who is dealing with mechanical engineer is superior when we talk about the Vimanas, because the mechanical engineers form the basis of any other studies, especially when we talk about aerospace, or when we talk about the aeronautical engineering. So, if the foundation of a mechanical engineer is more sound when we compare it to the aerospace or aeronautical engineer, but we are when we're going to deal with our mechanical engineering channel, and when obviously we are producing the videos, you can ask for the link. First of all, there might be some videos available, but probably if you want to ask the link, you can ask, and also you can ask for the for obviously you can contribute as far as if you are a professional, because mechanical engineers and the concepts actually provided by the mechanical engineer is more sound when, and that helps as a nautical engineer, as a learner. And also when we provide these videos, the contributions of the mechanical engineers will be very very beneficial. So this, if you are interested in yantras, you can directly ask for the link. You can just read out whole details, so you can get an idea. Sixth chapter is Aka Yati Yati Karana, varieties of Vimanas, is Mahashati Bhadwaja and Jati Traya Vidhyana Yoga and Vidyat Vimanomanama Sutra 1. There are three their types according to the changing yogas. According to the differences in yogas, there are three different types of planes. Having dealt with the constituent mechanical parts of the Vimana, we shall now deal with the Vimanas according to the different classes. The sutra indicates that there are different types of planes and that there are three types. In the Kritita Yoga, Dharma or righteousness was fourfold, that is, it was foursquare, fully established at paramount, and it was adhered to implicitly by man. The men were inherently noble born and were possessed of remarkable powers without needing to go through yogic discipline to attain special powers or practice mantras which secured extraordinary results. The men of that yoga, merely by their devotion to Dharma, became Siddha, which is Panahas, or gifted with the superhuman power. They were virtuous men and men of learning and wisdom. Going in the sky with the speed of wind by their own violation was natural to them. The eight supersensory and now superhuman attainments known as Animex, Maximus, and Garima, with Lakima, Prabit, and Prakamaya, Ishat, War, and Vashitva were all possessed by them, and that is, anima is assumption of infinitesimal shape, and mahima is growing into gigantic shape. Garima is becoming astonishingly heavy, and lagima is becoming weightless. Prabhit is securing any desired thing, and pragama yama is becoming not of desires. Ishtava is attaining paramantri, and Vishitva is becoming extremely blind. And Krita Yoga 1728,000 years, and Trida Yoga is 1296,000 years old, and Dvapara Yoga is 864,000 years, and Kali Yoga is 43,000 years. Therefore, in Kritiya, or first epoch, the ancients said there were none of the three classes of Vimanas. There is a further in read as well. I have just cut it short, as I said earlier. If you want to actually get in detail, you can just go through the manuscript, and also you can have the idea. So in this part, I'm going to discuss the Sundara Vimana, the different type of Vimanas and the planes. The Maharashi Bhardvaja and Sundarutha Sutra 6, next Sundara. When Bandhananda Riti, next Sundara Vimana will be described. It has gone 8 constituted parts. First, pitha or ground plate, smoke chimney, 5 gas engines, bhujia, metal pipe, wind blower, electricity generator, and 4-faced heater, and vimana nimaya or outer cover. The pitha or ground plate, it should be made of Raja Loha metal only. It should be square or round and of 100 feet in circumference or any other desired size. It should be 8 feet thick, 7 times the pitha has to be healed with manuka or madder root oil. Then the spots should be marked in it at 10 feet distance from each other, totaling 24. The size of each kandara or center is 15 feet. In the center, a dhuma prasavarana or fume disturbing nala or pipe 12 high should be erected. And atashambha, hollow mast, The Nala Stambha should be 56 feet high and 4 feet in diameter for storing gas, and its base a 8 feet long circular and 4 feet high vessel should be provided. A 6 feet water vessel should be arranged. 4 feet size oil tank should be fixed at its center, and its foot an electric storage crystal of 1 feet size should be fixed with necessary hinges and keys. Electro dynamo says Yantras are Vasva. There are 32 kinds of yantras for generating electricity, such as by friction, by avatar fall, by combination, by solar rays, etc. Out of these, and some by samajak or production by combination is the one most suitable for vimanas. Its manufacture is explained by sage Agastya in Shakti Lantra. Obviously, this is one of the types of producing electricity, and there are many ways of producing electricity apart from just in the water. They are friction, by combination, by solar rays. Out of these, and Samyoga Joka or production by combination is the one most suitable for Vimanas. When you talk about Vimanas, it is altogether different technique. So the piece of foot plate should be made of samyojaka metal 35 feet in diameter. 5 spots should be marked in it in a circle 5 feet in diameter with a spot in the center. Vessels should be prepared for each kandra 4 feet wide, 2 feet high, shaped like a pot. On each cylindrical pipe 1 feet wide and 1 feet high should be fixed. The top of the cylinder should be 4 feet wide and round. So next, Rukma Vimana, Pandanika Stamba, and Tripura Vimana, the ground wheels, the electric generator, the electric motor. This is the part of these three are the parts of the Tripura Vimana. So this concludes the description of the Tripura Vimana. And that brings us to the end of the wonder manuscript left behind for the edification of mankind by the venerable mystic Anikal Subriya Shastri, whose occult powers visualize this much from the Vimanika Shastra section of giant encyclopedia of machines, or Yantra Sarvasva of divine sage, which is or who is actually Maharashi Bhadavat. So this is, I believe, this would be discussed. I'm going to discuss Encyclopedia of Machines or Yantra Sarvasva in detail in coming videos. I'm going to just follow the same path as Encyclopedia of Machines. This, which is the Vimanika Shastra, would be discussed. Encyclopedia or this Yantra Sarvasva will also be discussed. We're going to discuss these in details, and obviously these are both written by Maharashi Bhadavat, so obviously they will add us to the contribution of our main theme of this channel, which is aeronautical engineering, which is aerospace, which is just to discuss the concepts from the ancient or prehistoric times, and we have to move step by step and go towards the modern times, so that we can cover different eras, different times, different types of concepts, different minds, different terminologies, Sanskrit technologies, and we have will obviously improve with the passage of time, that how the mankind, especially when we talk about the planes or vimanas, how the technologies improve, what was the source of energy, what was the source of power, and which inspired this whole generation of vimanas, and how this actually instilled intellectual and mind-boggling, thoughtful ideas for the creation of vimanas, for the creation of planes. And we have to discuss this from the sage perspective, because these writings are just a masterpiece, because anyone who can actually gain, as I said, I have discussed in this is supernatural powers, or this sometimes that has also been discussed, because this read has explained enough that is as a normal reader and as a commoner, when we see things from the perspective of these great minds, these great ideas, we see that they have done so much as far as the Vimanas or planes are concerned. That is, and we don't want to add anything, because this whole concept is the basis of all the workings that from one era to another, different minds actually inspired, gained, and added on. Then eventually we reached a point at which we can say, as a human, that where it is a very you can say uh, a gifted approach when you talk about the whole series, the whole time eras, because you need to know how the sources moved from, and how the information or how the knowledge was carried uh, from from one time to another time, and how they have actually evolved, and the human psyche and human mindset, so that obviously what we are doing, what we are thinking, or what we are expecting to perform as a human, even in the future, in this century, what was the source? So, what was the power? What was the energy that was forming so much of this till time? So, this is a very good read, a very good inspiration for all those who are want to gain the understanding, who want to have a keen interest, and who love with passion, with keenness, the this Vimanas or plane or aeronautical technology, engineering. It is for the engineers, especially for the mechanical engineers, who form the basis of this uh, whole concept. Yes, in modern time, but we will not going to touch this in this channel. We will also discuss that altogether in different channel, but we'll keep on providing this encyclopedia of machines, or Yantras Savasva, divine sage, which is Maharashi Madhavat, so that one can gain an understanding that how the concept or machinery or the section or the Vimanika Yastra or any other yastras or any other sutras or any other yotras were actually formed, compiled, and they are normally the conversations of great minds. So when you talk about the conversations, when you talk about the dialogue, and when you talk about different types of the different types of it is different types of conversation among people who know how to deal with the metals, how to deal with the different sources. So they perform their own understanding, and they are worth to be noted, worth to be uh, actually accepted, and worth to be moved with the care, and moved with honor, so that obviously one can see that how the societies and how the humanity has evolved by using the basis of knowledge, and gain such material advantage as well. When you talk about in our current time, which is the corporate world, everything has evolved so much around the finances. So, but the finances is at the end. What we are dealing is just the understanding. So why not to get an understanding, and then obviously when we need to have a good comment, a good response from the public, we can say that yes, this is our source of strength, this is our source of inspiration as well. So obviously, as in public, you guys can also contribute and add on to what has been already been discussed from centuries to centuries by different authors, by different writers, in different shapes, in different wordings, but the mind or the concept was all the same. So this is the whole purpose of actually doing this or reading out this manuscript. I will continue reading out different manuscripts just to for the building up of the channel, and also for the expectation of the public and comment from any part of the world. Please do understand the knowledge is vital. You have to gain knowledge from any part and from anywhere. So don't be shy. Please ask question, and also we'll definitely going to cover up your queries and your questions. So please contribute, yourself with the help of these wonder writings, manuscripts, and I hope that you will also, if you are a lover of the aeronauticals, airplane, if you are just passionate about these things, I hope you will able to gain as much as from these videos as well. And that is our point, so that you can get an inspiration, you can get at least the passion or the interest in this field, which is our main goal. Okay, so I hope with this one you'll able to actually end up my video. I'll just end up my video and hope that you'll have some comment in reciprocation as well. So we're going to wait for that, but obviously keep following our channel. Do subscribe, rate, or even just put or click the subscription button. It's really up to you. So I'm going to end up my video. Till the next one, take care a lot of yourself and have a nice day.